Hey, welcome or welcome back. It's Natasha TL, and I guess you want to make a sample. So I've used my iPhone on a lossless setting. Ask me if you want me to show you how to get to that. And it's really just a bottle on a xylophone. I've airdropped it to my computer, and here I'm just cutting away the unnecessary background noise or rustling that I didn't want in my sample. Because of course, you might want that in your sample. You could probably use some of these as a hi-hat, to be fair. And first, you just start messing about with different settings. You could try transposing it. So this is, as you saw in a previous video, if you have watched the other videos, I've transposed down an octave and back up. And I now am EQing. Let me know if you need a video on EQ to take out the low end of my sample, because I just want the higher part to ring through. The next kind of thing you want to do is find any effect. I'm using Valhalla Vintage Verb on this. You can use a standard setting. Stock Logic is pretty good anyway, but I'm taking Dubba Mix so the effect isn't too harsh, and also the decay, because I still want to keep the sound, but I just want something a little bit different than my living room setting. I've taken it down quite low, transposed the key so it sounds completely different to how it was, and I've copied over to bar 2 to make, I guess, 2 notes. I think that sounds pretty good for now, but it's not all I want. You can use mode at the bottom. I don't know if you saw me click that, but you can change the settings. It's always good if you don't want to have to change settings yourself. There's always really nice mode settings on most plugins. I shouldn't say every, but most plugins tend to have experimental settings that you can play with to your taste. That's the fun part of production, I feel like. Experimenting. I just went to Beat Breaker in multi effects, and again playing with the settings. Gated is always quite a cool one to use, but I recently found vinyl, and as you can hear, that can completely change. Remember, the sample was a toy xylophone to something new. Now this is part 1. Again, if you want to see part 2, let me know. However, yeah, it's easy to kind of make a sample. Firstly, just use your phone. There are other ways to record. If you want to know how to record using a mic, let me know. But this is a really surefire way of getting something different into your track that no one's ever heard. See you later. Don't forget to